Corporation Berhad is a leading global integrated and a sustainable palm oil player. We are listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. We are ranked highly as one of the most efficient major plantation owners to produce one of the highest oil yields in the industry with hands-on management approach and excellent agronomic practice. Our resource-based manufacturing business consists of three segments, which is refining, oleochemical, and specialty oils and fats. For the financial year end 30 June 2020, the group's profit before tax, or known as PBT, of Rm 826.7 million was 5.2% lower as compared to the PBT of Rm 872.6 million reported for financial year end 30 June 2019. The lower of PBT mainly due to the lower contribution of the resource-based manufacturing segment and the higher of net foreign currency translation loss on the foreign currency. For our plantation segment, for financial year 2020, the higher profit of Rm 701.5 million as compared to financial year 2019 of Rm 483.9 million was because of the higher CPO price realized as well as the improve of crude palm oil extraction rate which offset the lower FFB production. IOI Group's 5-year plan. For the organizational overview, I will tell you about the vision and mission of the IOI Cooperation Berhad. Our vision is to be a leading and sustainable Malaysian business cooperation with global presence. Meanwhile, our mission is to achieve responsible and sustainable commercial success by addressing the interests of all our stakeholders, caring for the community and the environment, and adopting best practice to be globally competitive. We have 6 IOI core values. For the product, the range of product which we produce and export from the refineries includes this is the global presence for IOI Corporation Berhad and this is for the local presence.
For my part, it's about financial performance between companies. Before that, my name is Eng Wei Jie and you can call me Eng. So first of all, my organization IOI Corporation Berhad is comparing with IJM Plantation Berhad. As you can see in the table, there are a total of 9 ratios comparing in 2 different financial years, which is 2019 and 2020. From the table just now, we can answer the following question. In both 2019 and 2020, my organization IOI Corporation Berhad has higher current ratio and acid taste ratio. However, in 2019, inventory moved faster in my organization, whereas in 2020, inventory moved slower in my organization. The second question will be, are the managers generating an adequate operating profit on the organization asset? In both 2019 and 2020, my organization IOI Corporation Berhad is performing better than the IJM Plantation Berhad in terms of generating profits on the company's asset. The third question will be, how is your organization financing its asset? In both 2019 and 2020, my organization IOI Corporation Berhad is financing the majority of the asset with debt and the majority of the asset with common equity. While for IJM Plantation Berhad, they are also financing the majority of the asset with debt and the majority of the asset with common equity in 2019. But in 2020, they are financing their asset with debt and common equity evenly. The last question will be, are the managers generating a good return on equity? In both 2019 and 2020, my organization IOI Corporation Berhad has higher return of equity compared to IJM Plantation Berhad.
And the next is success factor and risk. Success factors may lead company to success, while risk may lead company to failure. But the issue is, what are those factors and risks? The first success factor is market share. Higher market share of a company means that the company is operating successfully. In 2020, IOI Corporation Berhad had brought back 18,220,000 ordinary shares from the open market at an average price of 3 ringgit 74 cents per share. And the second success factor is reputation. IOI Corporation Berhad revised its sustainable palm oil policy which concerns wildlife, peatland, and deforestation. IOI Corporation Berhad also awards more than 280 students with university scholarships and adopts more than 1,000 students under its student adoption program. Well, risk faced by IOI Corporation Berhad is loss of high talent personnel. According to IOI Corporation Berhad's annual report, their company are lacking of workforce, which skilled workforce is essential to deliver their business strategy. And the last risk is production disruption. Due to labor shortage, production of IOI company Berhad may face production disruption and revenue of company may be affected.
Projection and recommendation. IOI Corporation Berhad have prepared our financial statement in order to make sure that the company is on track in the past year and also the future. For financial projections, IOI Corporation Berhad has in place an enterprise resource planning ERP system that captures, compiles, analyzes, and reports relevant data, which enables management to make business decisions in an accurate and timely manner. This ERP system helps the company in managing all aspects of a production base, aligning financial management, human resources, supply chain management, and manufacturing with the core function of accounting. The company management and financial reports are generated monthly to facilitate the management in performing financial and operating. This financial projection will make sure the data will be no leaks or any mistake, as the IOI Corporation Berhad is the big company which need to maintain our authority. The company business strategy and operating and capital expenditure budgets are prepared by business and division annually and are approved by the board. Actual performance and significant variances against budget are monitored on an ongoing basis. Budgets are needed in order to improve the financial health for the future years so that it can be better than the past year. The creditors and investors are interested to see the prospective financial data that reflects the expectation of revenue and profit from the past, present, and budget for the year to make sure there will no losses in current future. Recommendations. IOI Corporation Berhad should improve the liquidity on current ratio as it decreases in 2020, which our company need to make sure that yearly invoice submission to the customer in order to receive the money faster so that the better current ratio incurred. The company need to do agreement with the customers so that they will pay the debt quickly. In example, give the discounts for a given days, 10% in 20 days. Also, when it comes to our company's debt, we need to negotiate with the debtors to pay the debt and make sure that the money is not over the money received. This is why the financial budget is important, and our company is very concerned on doing the budget to make sure there is no over budget happen for the future. Next, in order to increase the operating profit from the asset, IOI Corporation Berhad need to increase the production of the oil palm product or the selling price to increase the revenues. Assuming that sales remain the same in the next year, our company need to use the company's asset efficiently in generating the sales. Our company need to improve the financial health and be better than industry competitors so that our company can generate a better production, sales, and demand from the customer and investor. That's all from our group. Thank you.